What is up, guys? I'm here to tell you about the stories of the Bible and also why lying is a deadly sin. Lying is an extremely deadly sin that you should not do. So, in the Bible, it shows that, let's see here. In Acts 5, pretty sure it is. This is a story about Ananias and Sapphira, I think it's called. I think their names are. Now, a man called Ananias, together with his wife Sapphira, also sold a piece of property. With his wife's full knowledge, he kept back part of the money for himself, but brought the rest and put it at the apostles' feet. Then Peter said, Ananias, how is it that Satan has so filled your heart that you have lied to the Holy Spirit and have kept for yourself some of the money you received for the land? Didn't it belong to you before it was sold? And after it was sold, wasn't the money at your disposal? What made you think of doing such a thing? You have you have not lied just to human beings, but to God himself. When Ananias heard this, he fell down and died, and great fear seized all who had heard what happened. Then some young men came forward, wrapped up his body, and carried him out and buried him. So do you see what that means? If you lie if you lie anywhere against men, even you you are basically lying against God. For that solely, Ananias died because he lied against men, which means he was lying against God. Let's read further. About 3 hours later, when his wife came in, not knowing what had happened, Peter asked her, Tell me, is this the price you and Ananias got for the land? Yes, she said, that is the price. Peter said to her, How could you conspire to test the Spirit of the Lord? Listen, the feet of the men who buried your husband are also at the door, and they will carry you out also. At that moment, she fell down at his feet and died. Then the young men came in and, finding her dead, carried her out and buried her beside her husband. Great fear seized the whole church and all who heard about these events. Do you see that? Not only is lying a sin, also, if you agree with someone lying, that will also be a sin against God. And that basically means that you're dead. This might be a bad message, but I'm not sure. What I'm trying to say here basically is lying is basically dying to God. If you lie, you are just making yourself die. That is it. That's all I have to say.